Good day everyone, this is Jahangirnagar from our university channel and I'm wholeheartedly welcoming you all in this very important video about your IBA, JU or BBA admission preparation. First of all, you probably know that I attained the 7th rank in this very important admission test among around 50,000 students who participated, and I believe I was lucky enough to attain this rank primarily because of my English and mathematical skills. You probably know the marks distribution of IBA unit. You know that there is a very huge allocation of numbers in English and maths. They have allocated around 30 marks in English and another 30 in maths. So there is a huge deal of number allocation in these two subjects, as well as that in Jahangirnagar University there is a peculiar system which is of they have included 50 marks in Bengali. In most of the time, in most of the cases, they usually do this question from Bengali second paper. So in recent years, we have seen that sometimes they're setting up questions from the first paper as well. But in most of the cases, what we have realized is that they're generally questioning from the second paper. So make sure that you have studied your Bengali second paper book for sure. And another peculiar system in Jahangirnagar University is that you must pass in each and every of the section. So there is a minimum pass mark in every section. You must understand there is a pass mark of 50%, okay, in each of the section. For example, if you are very proficient in English, okay, you're very good in English, but the problem is your Bengali skill is not that good. So if you get maybe 6 number in math, 6 number in Bengali, it means that you have failed regardless of how much marks you get in English and maths. Okay, so there is this type of system exists in the OMR sheet or optical mark reading system of Jahangirnagar University. So if you fail in any of the sections, okay, especially in Bengali, then your OMR sheet will be rejected. And another thing, even if you don't get too much marks in here, you must make sure that you get a very good deal of marks in the major marks distribution section. For example, I have got chance because of my English language skills. Okay, I was very proficient in English language. So that's the reason why I at least secured 28 marks in this exam. And I was 100% sure that I at least attained 28. And in the math section, in which, one of the greatest problem which the females of our country face, female students who go to give an exam in IBA unit, they face a catastrophe of problem due to their poor mathematical skills. Most of the females, we have statistical proof that they have failed in either math section or analytical ability section. You must get a very good deal of marks in maths as well. If your math skills are not good enough, you will not pass IBA or BBA admission test for sure. So make sure that your math is in a good shape. Besides that, you must make sure that you know some business related GK or general knowledge. Business related general knowledge is very important. You must know about the multinational companies. For example, there is numerous multinational companies. You probably know them, right? For example, a lot of you are now watching this video from a smartphone which has been developed by Steve Jobs, and you probably know about the brand Apple. So Apple is a multinational company. You probably used, for doing your laundry work, you have used Surf Excel. It is a product of Unilever. Okay, so Unilever is a multinational company. You have probably used, Grameenphone. That is a multinational company. It's a Norwegian company. They are taking away Bangladesh money and they are sending the money in Norway as you are using that phone. Okay, so these are multinational companies. Okay, so you must know about the multinational companies. There are numerous aspects of the business world, as well as they are questioning, from the Forbes billionaires, the people and the CEOs of the top companies, they're questioning about those people as well. So make sure that you got a good basic of GK, business related GK, because as I told you that if you get less than 50% marks in any section, your OMR sheet may be rejected. In Jahangirnagar University, there is a very peculiar, and I don't think that this system is good, because a lot of the students, they fail in certain sections. For example, I attended the 7th rank in BBA, but I really wanted to study genetic engineering. So I was a student from science background, so I had a dream to study genetic engineering. So in that section, maybe in Bengali section, there was only 5 marks. So I answered maybe 2 or 3 of the questions, and I was not I was not very good in Bengali. So for that reason, I didn't fill up the OMR sheet pretty well. But I tried, but I didn't get any question common in the Bengali section. So I kind of skipped, and I answered 3 of the questions. I don't know why, but my exam would have been very good. I assured almost 90% marks. Remember this. I assured almost 90% marks, but maybe just because I didn't answer more questions of the Bengali section and I didn't get enough marks there, my OMR sheet was rejected. I answered 90% of the question correctly, okay? And my result didn't come out, okay? So I didn't get any rank in genetic engineering department. So this was a very unfortunate event, but this is a warning sign for you people, As you are preparing for this exam, you probably notice that if you fail in any of the sections, you will be rejected. And also, one of the things about the greatest business school of our country, you probably know that in Bangladesh we have IBA and we have IBA JU, and we have only a few business schools. For example, among the top business schools of Bangladesh, you have DU, University of Dhaka, JU, okay, and maybe a few other universities, but these are the 2 top business schools of our country, okay? So if you want to get into IBA, you must take a very solid preparation, okay? And now I'm going to have an important discussion with you about the English vocabulary. As you sit for IBA, okay, you are going to notice that there are numerous words, they're going to make a huge deal of questions. They're going to include a huge deal of questions about English vocabulary. You must make sure that your vocabulary is an enriched vocabulary, and it is in such a condition that you could answer any questions they said. And the questions that they are setting are very difficult these days. If you look at the recent questions of IBA JU, one of the things that you will realize that they are currently giving English vocabulary words which are very difficult, okay? So I'm going to discuss with you now some English vocabs so that it helps you enhance your English language vocabulary. And make sure, you see, I remember I attended the 7th rank around 50,000 students. And this success was not possible, without hard work. And I guess one of the things that you lack, a lot of the people, that you don't have the guidelines. For example, last year, a student from our, I helped student online so that they could get chance in IBA through my courses. So last year, a student called Musa, he attained 39th rank in IBA unit. Okay, so I sent him these books. These are the same books and course materials which I followed. Okay, so one of the greatest advantages of reading this book is that if you look at the questions, they are allocated in such a way that it's easy to read. One of the greatest problems that we have these days, for example, you are definitely following a guide or question bank for preparing for IBA. Okay, one of the things that you don't understand is that the question, the guide system, they haven't organized the questions in the right order. For example, one of the greatest advantages which I had, during my IBA admission test was my mathematical aptitude. And how did I develop my mathematical aptitude, you might ask? I developed my mathematical aptitude by doing mental calculation practices. And I guess there was nothing more useful to me than the type of books, the questions are organized in this such a way. And also, as I studied in departments, there was, the past year questions as well. So make sure as you are going for the exam, you use the space beside the question, okay? If you use the space, blank space beside the questions, that will help you to great extent to do the mental calculations, as well as make sure that you answer all the questions correctly. Because in the last years, we have realized that unless you get at least 80% of the marks, you will not probably get chance. One of the greatest disadvantage of IBA JU is that the number of seat in this BBA unit is not very much. Maybe 100 seats in total, all the BBA unit. So you don't have too much of a seats in this place, and this is a university which is located in Dhaka. So in a lot of the ways, it's just as similar as to the universities like as to the institutions like University of Dhaka. So you must make sure that you at least have a chance here. Okay, now we are going to talk about our course program. First of all, if you want to take a long-term piece of preparation, for example, if you're a first timer, you must make sure that if your preparation is not good this year, but still for this year we have a crash course program worth 20,000 taka. It's a crash course program. I will give you and send you all the materials which I have. Okay, although maybe it's not possible for me because I don't have too many of these course materials ready. I'm really sorry to say, because I was very busy this year, for numerous reasons. So I'm sorry to say, even if a lot of you admit, I will not be able to send you these course materials. I'm sorry. But there is a issue of what you might call a long-term preparations. For example, if you have got chance in somewhere, but if you want to make sure that you get chance in IBA, if you want that chance, then my advice to you will be, make sure that you take long-term preparation. Okay, so at this moment, if you can come into contractual point of view, I could teach you for 1 year for IBA, and for that reason, it would be a 15,000 taka per month. Okay, so I will help you by long-term help you through long-term preparation for IBA, and you will make sure that you get chance in your second time. One of the greatest disadvantage in our country and this age is that the world is becoming more sophisticated and more complicated. So if you are studying in a poor backward university, even if you are studying in a Russia university, Chittagong university, this type of universities, one of the greatest difficulties or problems which they have is that they are not located in Dhaka city, and good teachers in general, they don't like to go to Chittagong, they don't like to go to Rajshahi, they don't like to go to Joshore, maybe some other countries, GST. So you will only find out good teachers if you study in Jahangirnagar University or Dhaka University or BUET. These three are considered the top universities in Bangladesh. So you must take a good preparation, otherwise you will not get this valuable degree from this university. And it's not about your GPA. You see, I have seen numerous students who are double golden GPA 5 holders, who are from very good school and colleges, okay, but they have failed in this exam. They have failed really badly, okay. And IBA admission test in general is very difficult for the females because they don't have calculative abilities. A student called Fairuz, a female, got chance in I got her chance in BUP in the recent times, and she was quite good, but she was a second timer. She failed in the first time. So a lot of the students, especially females, they fail in IBA JU admission test, and this is normal because they don't have the calculative ability. They have deficiencies in their mathematical aptitude. But unless you get 50% marks, your OMR sheet will be rejected. So make sure that you get at least, your target should be that I will get at least 60% marks in maths. Okay, unless you get 60% marks in each section, you should think that you might not get chance. So make sure that you take the best preparation, and make sure that your preparation is good enough. If you want to do and participate in my course, okay, then you should contact in my number. I've given my WhatsApp number right there. Okay, so you could call in that number, but I don't generally receive calls. You must first introduce yourself, and then you must make sure that I admit you in, because I don't admit a lot of the students now. You see, there are a lot of students who are who are from maybe their poor familial background. I know they're unsophisticated people. There are people who doesn't deserve to live in this world, and this type of people, they sometimes they disturb me. Sometimes some of them give me call. You see, there was a time I used to receive calls from you, but one thing I've realized is life is too short to give away my valuable time. I've got good students, and I've got students who are incapable of understanding the facts of life. You know, you see, when you hear the importance of BBA, when you understand that you should study BBA, you should study in a good institution. Otherwise, you will not be able to enhance your skills these days. But it's not easy to get chance in this place. So that's the reason why I believe that I should, whoever comes to me, I must take good care of that person. Otherwise, that person will not get chance. Okay, so make sure that if you are willing to take the necessary risks, if you are willing to, go through this experience of, discovering yourself through IBA, then you contact me. Otherwise, I'm not willing to, waste my time. My time is very valuable. I'm now investing my time for the sake of the students who need me. Okay, and if you don't have commitment, why should I have commitment for you? Okay, all right.